Hello everyone. I will present to you the new feature added in TutoASADedicatedManager Manager that allows you to launch a server per profile. Since some time on Discord, and so a Discord server. This will allow you to start any server, for example, from your mobile phone to start or stop it. Please be on version 1.8.0. You will find a new option called Discord Boot. You can select it, then open it. And you can notice all of this. We'll set that up later. The first thing to do is to go to discord.com/developer/applications. Go to application, new applications. For the demo, we will call it ASA demo. I accept the terms and will create my application for you. Note that this will immediately create a boot. Go to the small hamburgers, then boot. Here, you will find your ASA demo boot. The first thing to do is to reset the token to retrieve it. Please note that this token is strictly personal and must not be shared with anyone. I reset the token to retrieve it. I copy the token. I paste it somewhere and keep it safe. Please note that this token will be useless to you. It will be removed at the end of the video. Once the token reset, we'll set up our boot. We don't want it to be public, only private for us. We uncheck public boot. We will thus check the settings presence intent, server number intent, and message content intent. These parameters are important for everything to work. Don't worry about the boot permissions. We'll handle that via hot2. Let's save the changes. Don't forget to save. Once the boot is configured, we will generate a URL to connect to it. We are going to OD2 and select the settings. We're going to need a scope of bottle. I recommend doing a search with Ctrl+F to find it, as there are quite a few parameters. Check boot and application command. So scope, boot, application command. Once these settings are checked, we will go to boot permissions. To allow it to perform certain tasks, we will need read message view channel. We are going to need send message to enable him to send messages. And we will be here in text permissions. We will also grant him the rights to manage message. The last permission we need is connect. The boot needs to be able to connect to a voice channel if necessary. This will generate a URL that we will copy. Keep it safe. We will need it later. Once that's done, we no longer need the developer application. You can go back to applications. The last thing needed for all this to work is to create a Discord server. For this, we will add a server, create my own, for me and my friends. For the demo, we will call it ASA demo. We are setting up the server. The server now appears. The next thing to do is to add the boot to our server. To do this, we retrieve the link we copied earlier. We copy it into the chat, send it, and click on it. The deets matter to me. This will allow the servers to receive the boot. Let's continue. We notice that our bot has the right to read messages, send messages, manage messages, and then connect. We allow the bot to join the server. We're almost done. We notice that the bot has successfully joined our server. Before continuing, we need to retrieve our user ID, and for that, we need to enable developer settings. Go to settings, move forward and enable developer mode. This is important to be able to recover your user help. You can then close it, go back to your profile, go to the three little dots, and then copy the user ID. Once that's done, sorry for that, we'll keep it. We go back to the trial of Visit Get End Manager, and we will configure the boot via Discord boot Discord options. As part of this video, I will not show you my ID. It is unique and private. I will hide it. Next, we will configure the token we generated in ASA Dedicated Manager. I'm getting my token, pasting it, saving everything. This will allow managers to get it at every launch, to be able to start the boot if this box is checked. Don't forget to save. Once the backup is done, we can start our boot in ASA Dedicated Manager. We notice that we are connected to the Discord API and it is ready to receive commands. Here you notice the commands available for the bot. Exclamation mark, help will show the commands. Exclamation mark, list will list the available profiles in the manager. For the exclamation start the desired profile name, and the same for stop. We will check in the manager that we have a profile DevShi for searchers and DevWeasel for Dayland, which are my two development servers. We currently notice that both are stopped, and now we're going to start them via Discord. Note that this can be very handy for starting a server remotely from a mobile phone or any other platform. You just need to have the manager running and the boot configured. I will now go to my server that I just created and I'll type help to know the available commands. Now it's the manager who is returning to you the available commands. We will be able to list our profiles. We can see that our two profiles are open in the manager. I want to note that they need to be loaded into the manager. If these profiles are closed, they will not display and you won't be able to start them. We're going to want to start the island. For that, I'll type the command start followed by the profile name I got, dev the Iceland. We will send the command into the boot and we notice that our server starts immediately. The boot returns a notification informing us of the server startup. We are switching to ASL Educated Manager. We see that the server is starting up. You see the console in the background. Note that everything is logged here and you can retrieve the logs of all the commands that have been executed. You have a maximum of 1000 lines, after which new lines will be added. This will avoid loading the file. Once the server is started, we can then stop it using the stop command just like we did with the start command. We will select it, stop typing to be able to then stop our server remotely. This allows you to easily manage your servers remotely without needing to connect to the machine hosting the server via RDMS or any other tool. You have an important option that allows you to automatically launch the manager with Windows at startup. You start your Windows, the manager will start, and if the boot option is enabled, she will be listening. In any case, if one day you want to disable listening to all commands on the manager, you just have to uncheck this box and the bot will stop listening. We will now try to stop the server using the stop command. The stop command has been received. and the server has stopped correctly. You can check this in the manager. The server is now properly shut down. That's it. I'm done with this video. I hope it helped you create a Discord bot to control your servers in TutoASADedicatedManager.